The story you're about to hear is one of the oldest and darkest mysteries of the internet ever. A story of a website with piles and piles of information hidden behind a nearly unbreakable system. A place that felt like straight from dark web, but on the regular web. A place that has been at the center of countless conspiracies, investigations and rumors, and whose true purpose was never discovered. This is Mortis.com, or as the internet called it, the domain of death. Now, the story of Mortis.com can be traced back to 1997, but it didn't reach the heights of fame until 2011, when it was discovered by a forum user, and its appearance and mystery quickly spread on the internet. Completely black, with a white login box and the Latin word mortis, meaning death, written above it. Nothing else. At first glance, the site was a little creepy, but there was no clear reason for it to garner the reputation and popularity that it would. That is until people began to dig into it. Not only was this mysterious website heavily encrypted, blocking attacks from even the most skilled internet hackers, but what little information could be gleaned from it set people's imagination on fire. See, the site was hosting terabytes of files and information, and to put this into perspective for you, to upload and maintain a site with a single terabyte of information in the late 90s, it would take months, if not even years, to upload just one single terabyte. And this guy was hosting dozens. With a super slow internet back then, it would require a fortune and dedicated teams of people. Such sites were only reserved for big corporations or brands. And yet, this website was hosting more than these giants. So who was behind this? Who had the key to opening this digital iron door? Well, at some point people were able to uncover one name connected to the site. Thomas Ling. And with that, Pandora's box opened. What was uncovered was a string of other websites, all under the same name. And the most interesting of these is Cthulhu.com, deriving the name from a popular fictional monster. This website had an eerie similarity to Mortis.com, a black background, but instead of the login box, the only other things on the page were the words "dead, but dreaming," and a single white chess piece placed above it. So not only did this Thomas Ling had a liking for mysterious, creepy websites, he also clearly had a fascination with death. So who was this guy? When people started looking into Thomas Ling, they started finding mountains of information, addresses, phone numbers, properties. But instead of finding this mysterious man or a clue as to his plan and whereabouts, all that was found were empty, abandoned warehouses and deserted plots of land. Even the phone numbers would never be answered or ran in silence when the call was made. And almost all of these were not only dead ends, but were either owned or connected to people who were long dead. So we've got the name Thomas Ling, a series of creepy and morbid websites hiding insane amounts of files, as well as properties and phone numbers owned by dead people. The question on everyone's mind was just who the hell is Thomas Ling? Over the years, as the popularity of the Mortis.com mystery grew, people alleged they found Thomas Ling as a lawyer, dentist, or a security expert. But no evidence of this being the case, nor him owning the site, ever came to life. Honestly, we might never know the true answer, because today all of these websites owned by Thomas Ling are completely gone. And I don't mean taken down. No, wiped from the internet archives like they never even were there in the first place, like they never existed. Even a Wikipedia page made to track the information about Mortis.com was removed. So whatever files and mysteries were hidden behind that login screen, it's clear that Thomas doesn't want them to see the light of day. Ever. To this day, Night Fam, the veil of mystery that surrounds Mortis.com has not been lifted. But all the names, the creepy imagery, and the unexplained connection to Thomas still hint at something worse hiding just under the surface. Was it a site meant for the dark web? Or whatever it was in the early days of the internet? Was it a governmental site used to host secrets or confidential information? Possibly. Or perhaps the closest to the actual truth was that Mortis.com was and still is Thomas Ling's chamber of secrets. And whatever it was hiding, well, he must have thought it was worth the trouble to keep it a secret.